Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today, I'm going to walk you through a build that I did off camera because it was another late night, had some kind of unexpected news in the middle of the night, and decided I needed to take a break from reality and build something in The Sims. So that I did. This is what I built. I like it. I really do. It's cute. It's a 6 sim home, and that is the hashtag that you can find it under the gallery if you wish to download it. It is also Lil Mama and Momma-One. And if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's just get into it. So this is the front porch. We've got some rocking chairs, a little tea tray there. We've got an inset window, some wall decor, mailbox, all that good stuff. Some landscaping and some terrain paint as well under the trees and under all the bushes. Little planter pots, which I love. I rarely use planter pots, and I really should use them more because it does add a little extra something to a house. Now, over here, I didn't do anything to these windows. I just kind of placed them where they fit in the bedrooms or in the rooms, and that's where they stayed. I did not change those. And same thing on this side of the house as well. I did add a little fence, a couple of activity and skill items in the backyard, a nice large glass, which is so pretty, table with some chairs and trash can, outdoor trash can there as well. And then here on the second floor, I just added a half wall, and I grabbed these planter pots and raised them, I think two, to make them kind of stand out over the top of the half wall. And you'll also be able to see them from the inside as well. And then on this balcony, I added a little table for four, a bonsai tree, and a chess table as well. So there's more activity skill items there for you as well. So yay! Now, if you're ready, we can go inside. So as we walk in, we have an entry area. It is very light. It's a very clean looking house. I wouldn't say sterile, but maybe in some spaces it does seem a little sterile. But I do have the Grange mudroom kit items here. I got that shelf thing, and then I've got the two cabinets over here. So that's where all the coats and stuff would go. And then that is also Grange mudroom with some decor on it, as well as that picture is Grange mudroom, and a little bench from Grange mudroom, and the shelf from Grange mudroom, some plants, and a no shoe sign. That's why there are shoes here on the floor. And then I added a green rug to kind of sort of match the green walls. Then from there, we go into, I guess it's a hallway of sorts, which leads you to all the different rooms. So I did add a little bit of decor here on the walls, and I like these scrolls. My idea was definitely to have some scrolls here, and I forgot about these, but I did find them, and I made them smaller, I think by one, so that they wouldn't be quite so big. And then I added that one there too, which I really like. But through this door is a double door bathroom. It is the half bath for your guests and for when you're downstairs. The curtains that are made smaller by two, because otherwise they're going to be hanging on the floor, and I didn't want that in a bathroom. Plus, they match the kitchen curtains. So this is your half bath with some extra toilet paper up there on top, which is always helpful. And then this door takes you out into the living room, which we will be there right now. So we go this way, and this is the living room. This is probably the brightest room in the house on this floor. We've got the sectional sofa with added some red pillows for a little touch of color. And then the kind of funky, weird new art on the walls, the radio, the rug, all that. They do have a cat, so they've got the scratching pole and a little place for the kitty to sleep. Some plants in the corner. Love these curtains. They're my go-to. I love them. I have to not use them all the time, but I can't help it. It's so hard not to. And I thought about not putting the kind of curtain rod thing all the way across from one window to the other, but I kind of like it here in this room. It works. It frames the TV nicely, so I really, really like it. And then here, and yes, that is like a half a tile wide, but through here is the door to the bathroom that we were just in. So if your Sims can't get through here, you can move that little TV cabinet thing over to the left a little bit, but they should be able to get through there just fine. If we go back through the doorway and go through this doorway, this is the dining room. This is a very classy family. So there is, I wouldn't say modern, I'd say upscale, maybe something like that. But they're very clean, crisp family and decor. The hutch with all the goodies, some decor, long table, which I love this table. I don't use it very often, but I felt like it really worked really, really well in this build. And then the dining room hutch, even though it's got towels in it, but whatever, it's a dining room hutch today. Low plant, and then this is your exit to the patio in the back. And if we go through this archway, we have the kitchen. I like how this kitchen turned out. It's very stark whitish, I suppose. And I tried to bring in more color with the cabinets, but the cabinets are a light powdered blue. And then the walls are a light blue with a white. So yeah, there you go. It just kind of happened to be that way. But I did add the gray, the gray curtain. So it kind of brings it down a notch, I suppose. And then these pictures here, I downloaded off the gallery. I just looked up breakfast under rooms and I found those, put them up. So there is some color in this room. I tried so hard. And then a little bit of kitchen clutter over there with the microwave. We've got a hood range for the stovetop. And then your kitchen sink with clutter. And this is what I was saying, that it's the same curtains in the bathrooms as is in the kitchen. So they're all made smaller by 2. And then your cat's food and water bowl down in the corner with the, of course, fork and spoon. You gotta have them. I have to have them. Otherwise, I don't feel like I've completed what I'm supposed to be doing. But yes, the stairs are in the living room and not in the hallway, but we're going to ignore that and go up here. This is the center floor, the second floor. It is not this wide open. It seems wide or very empty when I'm out in this far out, but really it's not that bad. But we've got a foosball table, ping pong. We've got the desk that all the children use, as well as a painting easel with some supplies, curtains. And in this little corner behind the stairs is a bookcase. So this is a very large family. Well, not very large, but a large-ish family. It's 6 Sims. And this is the bathroom to be shared by the 2 bedrooms that are on this floor, which is where we're going now. Why is that so dark? Maybe because I didn't put a light there? Maybe I should put a light there. Anyway, this here is the twin boys' room. They are young children, so they just came out of toddlerhood, and that's why they still have a lot of their toddler-style decor. But they do have a bookcase with their own little car decors up there and the train. Got their little stuffed animal in their dresser, and they have a cloud light. You have to have a cloud light for the little kiddos. You just have to. It's a rule I made, but it's a rule. And then where am I at? Oh yeah, in this room, this is the toddler girls room. Isn't it pretty? I love this kit so much. It's not an easy kit to use in all the builds, but this is their baby. She's just now a toddler, so she has a lot of her little toys around and all the decor she wants. She's got it made. Definitely has it made, but this is a very cool kit. It's a nursery kit. So we go to these stairs here and we go up to I forget, we're on the 3rd floor, to the landing where we've got a couple of chairs and some plants and whatnot in those corners because I didn't know what else to do with them. Let's see, over here is the parents' bedroom. Again, it's very crisp, clean, not a lot of clutter. I knew this was going to be a big enough house and I didn't want to add a whole bunch of stuff and have it slow down your computer. So I didn't want to put too much stuff, but I definitely wanted some clutter, just not a ton. But all their decor, it's a green and beige room with white furniture, which I love. I think it works out great. Added the hanging plants there just for a little extra added dimension and clutter. And this is their private bathroom with a double sink, shower, and tub, and same curtains like I said before. And then if we go out this door and go into this one, this is their teen daughter's room. She likes to knit, crochet, whatever you want to call it. So she's got some supplies there. She has her own decor up on the walls, her vanity with her makeup, jewelry, hair dryer, all of that wonderful stuff. And yes, this is a base game bed. This base game bed I used to use all the time because it was my favorite one out of all the base game beds. When I didn't have packs and stuff, I used that bed all the time. And I haven't used it much since I started getting packs, but I do like it. I wish the frame of the bed was a little, or the headboard and footboard was a little different, but The bedding I really like. I think it's a cute little bed. I know everybody has their own thoughts on that, but I like that bed. And this is actually a white dresser, and those are white. The bed frame is white. It's just Sims glitching as always. She's got some decor there, her purses and whatnot, and this is her private bathroom. Same as the parents' bathroom. There isn't a lot of decor, but she does have a fuzzy rug just like them, which is nice. I would love to have a fuzzy rug in my bathroom. Actually, I wouldn't because that'd be kind of gross, but I like the regular bath mats that I have. And then this here is a place to sit and do whatever activity skills overlooking the canal in Windenburg. Yes, and thank you. So if we take a look down, we have the master bedroom with their bath, the landing upstairs, the teen girl and their bathroom with a balcony that they share. On the second floor, we have the game room, I suppose, study area, painting, shared bathroom, toddler girl, twin boys. And down on the main floor, we have the entryway, the guest bathroom or half bath, living room, dining, kitchen. I was worried how I was going to make this work because I'm like, that's so much space, so much space. But because there was so much space, that's why I decided to add the walls. I knew I was going to have walls around the staircase, but I decided I'm going to need walls because it's way too much space. This cannot be an open plan home because it's just too much. But you can see here the shape of the house is a little funky, and I wanted it to be a little funky because otherwise it was just going to be one big square, and I definitely did not want that. Played around with the roof as always, and I got it to a point where I really liked it. I was going to do this as a glass ceiling, or a glass roof, but I changed my mind at the last minute and decided, you know what, let's not do that. It's fine. It's fine. I like it better this way. I think it looks better from the street, even though the tree kind of covers it up a little bit. And that was the purpose of putting the tree here. And I did make this one bigger by 1, but that was the purpose of the tree being there, was to kind of block their backyard a little bit more. But I think it turned out really cute. So much better than I expected it to. I did not have high hopes because this is like a flat wall here, there's a flat wall there, and I was trying to make this crazy weird, and I did, but I didn't know how I was going to make it all work, and it turned out. And I'm glad that I did this off camera because I think this took me about 5 hours last night, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. It took my mind off of things, and that's what I needed. So, as I mentioned, you can download it off the gallery under hashtag 6SimHome. Personal hashtags of lilmomma and Momma-One. It is on a 20 by 20 lot, so you can place it on any lot you want, make the yard as big as you want. I think it's great. I did use about a little over 4 rows of stuff, but it's worth it. It's so worth it, in my opinion. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration from this. If you did, let me know what inspired you and how you plan on using it. Make sure you hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, leave any and all comments, questions, and suggestions down below. And until next time, y'all, have fun.